All right, so Ms. Valley, let's kind of go over what this week's assignment is if you are doing track 2. So this should be a quick video about how to submit your work. Okay, so if you're looking first at your musical adventure worksheet, this is the assignment it's due this week. The way you go through this is read the instructions, open up this worksheet right here, My Musical Adventure. This should be one that's specific to you now. This is something you can edit, you can add your stuff, type in your information. Okay, all the way through. And then down here is where you're going to start importing things. So once you have your name, the current band class you're in, your grade, this is something you're going to save and use every week. And then there'll be a little spot on the side here for you that'll say to submit. Okay, so on your version, there'll be a place to submit. Right in here, say I am working on, for this video, we're doing track number 2, ear training. Okay, and this is where you're going to insert something. Okay, so save that. We're not inserting anything yet. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Okay, so that is the first part, is get that set up so that you know how to get to this worksheet. That's what you're going to submit it by the end of the week with proof of your work. Then you're going to go to this little thing here, instructions. Okay, week 2 instructions. For me, I'm already got it open. So that's this link here. Open up that Google Doc, and this is a view only. You won't be able to edit this, but this is information that you need. All right, so this will have your actual login information for everything. If you're doing track 1 and track 3, your Google account is your login information. So just use your normal Google Comal account as is. For Theta Music Trainer, if you're doing track 2, had to do some edits on this to get everybody in correctly. Your username is actually just the first part of your email address. For example, I'm going to go to the next page, and it's going to go over that. Okay, right here. So everything before the @ symbol in your email is your email header. That's what you're going to use as your username. So for a person named John Smith, they're going to be SmithJ1234 is their username for Theta Music. Okay, everything else using your new normal Google account, the entire thing, as you normally log in. For Theta Music, it's different. The password for Theta Music will be I love band. All lowercase, no spaces, just like we've used in other things in the past. Okay, that's how you get into Theta Music. So the information is on this page for how to access what you need for each track. Make sure you take a look at that. But let's get into how to submit. All right, so you've got this portion here. I'm working on track 2, ear training. You can make that bigger. You can do whatever you want with that. Anything in this space is what you're going to submit. Okay, so I'm just going to bold that just for fun. I'm going to make it, yeah. All right, whatever. Okay, this is what I'm looking for, is what are you going to insert here? And usually it's going to be a screenshot of something, a screenshot of your proof of your work, maybe a link to, if you're recording a song, that's where you're going to put that in there. But for track 2, here's what we do. Okay, so leave that there. We're going to go to Theta Music and get our work done. Okay, so let's go to Theta Music Trainer. Here I am. All right, so again, the sign-in process. This is the Theta Music website. Okay, you go to sign in. Make sure you don't go to sign up. Go to sign in. Okay, and here's where you're going to type in your information. So for me, for my fake account, okay, for you, it's going to be your name. So for John Smith, that would be the username. And then password is I love band. Okay, so let's get into mine. And ILOVEBAND. All right, so that's for the fake student account. And I would say go ahead and save passwords for this one for you so it's easier. But when you get in, this is what you'll see. So you have unfinished assignments. I've already put this assignment for everybody. Your current assignment this week is to complete the Introduction to Ear Training course. So you click on that. It's going to take you to the course. You're going to see this 0% complete. And here's the topics that are covered. Next up is an introduction. So as you go through this, each of these will be a text teaching the skills you'll need to know and the practice. And this is the name of the game. So if you decide as you're going through this, the practice game Channel Scramble, if you need more time to practice that, after you've done one practice round, it'll automatically default you to play. All you have to do is go to this part here where it says show full course list. You can always go back and do it again. All right, so as many times as you need to practice it before you play, because play is when you actually have to, you're going to use lives and you have a timer to complete. And as you go through this, go through each chapter. Okay, this should take you, a good probably hour to go through this. If it takes a little longer, that's fine. This can go into next week if necessary. But this is this week's assignment for ear training. Okay, so what do I do to submit? Once you're done and this says 100% complete, or wherever you get it to by the end of the week, if you want, I want you to take a screenshot of this page. Now, if you're on the app, on an iPhone or Android, screenshots should be something you're very familiar with on a mobile device. If you need help with that, there's lots of places online to look for how to take a screenshot. On a computer, there's a couple different ways. I know on a Mac, the easiest way is to simply press Shift Command 3, and I'll take a screenshot of the whole screen. Okay, when I take this picture, I want to make sure I can see my username and I can see the percent complete. Hopefully it'll be 100 when you take this. So let's see what happens. Shift Command 3. Okay, it opens up this little image here. On a Macintosh, on a Apple computer, I'm gonna hit the little share button right here. I'm gonna go to preview. Okay, and this opens it up as a separate window that I can save it as. Okay, so all right, so here's what just opened up. This is my screenshot. I can see my name. I can see my percent complete. I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to Save As. You know what? Actually, I can do it right here, the little drop down. Okay, let's save it in my drive. Okay, and let's save it as Week 2 Submission. Track 2. You can save whatever you need because I'm not going to see the name of it. You're just going to, it's so that you can find it. Okay, and enter. All right, it is saved. Okay, so now we go back to our worksheet. This is my musical adventure. This is the one for me. And down in here, where I tried to import something earlier, okay, in this spot, I'm going to go to Insert, Image from Drive. I'm going to find the thing I just saved there. And I bet it's going to be right at the top. Week 2 submission. There it is right there. Okay, double click. It adds it in. And that's okay that it drops down. I see it. There it is right there. If you want to change the size, you can do that. However you want to do it. So I can see it, but there's your name, there's 0% complete. And of course, hopefully yours will be 100. All right, so that is your goal for this week, week 2. All right, so if you have any questions, that is the ear training instructions. Thanks so much.